Stick around, because coming up next is Indy News number 115. It's a Dark Horse heavy edition of Indy News, and in it we're going to talk about the Drusilla miniseries over at Dark Horse. What happened to it? What's the status of it? Will you ever see it? Maybe, maybe not.
Doubtful.
No, doubtful, but we're going to talk about it. Also, Umbrella Academy was red hot a couple of years ago. We're going to talk about what Jared Way is up to right now. He has an album coming out, and it's going to tie in with this. Also, we're going to talk about how Mark Waid's going to put a shiv in my back. All that and more coming right up.
Only if he catches you.
The Indy Alley is alive and well with the spirit of independent comics, although it may not smell that way. Here's Comic Book Man and Bo.
I have no real opinion on the matter. The antimatter is another matter entirely. Indy Comic Book News, episode 115, my millionth mistake.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Indy News.
Indy News, and Indy News is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my new comics, including all my indie comics, including all my Dark Horse indie comics. That's a hint. Dark Horse indie comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. Bo!
Yes.
In this Dark Horse heavy edition of Indie News, tell me about the Drusilla limited series, which was supposed to happen and then wasn't going to happen. And what's up with it now?
Well, the Drusilla limited series was supposed to ship the second week of May.
Well, we've shot.
Yeah, well, it did make past that point. It was supposed to be written by our actress Juliet Landa, who played Drusilla in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Dark Horse has had some kind of problem with it, but they're not really explaining what the issue was. We don't know if it's Lando didn't turn into scripts, because they said work on the series was done, so we may never see this again. It may never come out ever.
Did they pay for it?
Yeah.
Well, if they paid for it, then they own it.
Well, they got to finish it.
Well, you can always get a writer to come in and finish it
I
up.
guess, but that would put it somewhere around Buffy season 10, if the rate we're going, because season's not.
Oh, there must be. Oh, I'm sure there's some way to slot it in somewhere between episode this and episode that.
We'll have to ask Juliet Landau and Wizard.
Yeah, because
we'll have to go.
Juliet, where's the damn book? But the Dark Horse people, no moth grows on them. They announced 2 more series. There's going to be a 5-issue Spike series, which will be written by X-Men's Victor Gischler, who wrote a lot of vampire stuff, and Paul Lee. You're also going to have a Willow limited series from Jeff Parker and Brian Ching. Now, Brian Ching is a guy who usually draws Star Wars stuff. So this is the first time he's drawn something other than Star Wars at Dark Horse for a while.
Okay.
I'm
sure he'll be capable of doing it.
Well, the 5-issue Spike series actually revolves around whatever happened in this week's issue of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And the Willow limited series will explain exactly where the hell Willow's been, because she hasn't been around in Buffy season 9.
No. Okay. One of the red hot books over.
This is sad news, by the way, for all you fans who like Buffy and you like that that Geller woman. Her show Ringer got canceled.
There was a whole lot of nowhere to go with that show, by the way.
Sad. Yeah.
One of the red hot books over at Dark Horse over the last 2 years.
Years ago.
I won't be ignored.
About 2 years ago. Was Umbrella Academy. Oh, that book was red hot when it was out.
Was it ever?
And then it was done and finished, and
well, they ended it.
It was over. Well, they ended it, yeah. But I mean, it would have been nice if it had continued on. But of course, it didn't. But the creator Jared Way, who was also a wonderful singer,
he's also a singer. He's got a band called My Chemical Romance.
He has other big plans.
Well, 4 years ago at San Diego, the next book that Way was going to work on was something called Killjoys. 4 years later, we still haven't seen the damn thing.
Okay.
So he's working on that book right now. The comic will have a relationship with the next My Chemical Romance album, which will be called, coincidentally, Killjoys.
Killjoys.
And then once that comes out, then Way will probably go back to Umbrella Academy, which is still in development from Universal as a movie, which is supposed to be directed by the guy who directed Dodgeball.
Oh, I love Dodgeball. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I love it.
Clank.
I love it. That's it for the Dark Horse news. Now we're not done. Now we're gonna take a turn into not so much Boom, but Mark Waid, who did Incorruptible,
right?
Who did Irredeemable. And now he has a new series coming out called
Insufferable.
Inconceivable.
It'll tell the story of an estranged superhero team that's forced to get back together again, because what happens is the mentor...
They don't like each other.
Well, the mentor, he's in retirement, and his young sidekick takes over.
Yes.
And then the mentor has to come back, and the young sidekick is basically grown up to be a dick.
A what?
Dick.
Like Dick Grayson?
Like Dick Grayson.
Oh, okay.
A tool.
A tool.
A toolbox, as CM Punk would say.
A toolbox like Dick Grayson.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the series will use other creators from Irredeemable, such
Gosh,
as
yes.
Peter Krause. But what's different about this is this isn't a comic.
No. What is it?
Mark Waid on the 1st of May announced a new website called thrillbent.com, which will launch a new series every week. So this is a digital-only comic. No plans at any time at all to see the book in print.
Thank you, Mark.
It's not a print book. It's not affecting you.
Thank you, Mark.
It's not affecting.
It's not affecting me at all. No, it's just driving people to the internet to read comics. That's all. No, it doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't affect me at all. You know, I can take these to my grave. It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't affect me at all. Not at all. Hi.
He has no opinion on the
No.
It's just a digital comic.
Yes.
He will continue to work on Daredevil. He'll continue to work on print comics. But this is more or less a hobby, which he won't go into the poorhouse for, because one of the main reasons why a lot of guys don't get into independent comics,
Yes.
they broke it down when he announced this thing. An independent comic is $3.99 for a reason. It's $3.99 because when everything's all said and done and the printing costs are paid for, you know the creators have to split up? $1.66.
$1.66.
So if you got 12 guys working on that book, how much money do you think they're getting a piece?
If you sell a million
Like
books,
about,
a lot.
well, if you sell a million books, there's the catch. If you don't, then that means you're splitting 9 cents an issue.
Dude, if I open a restaurant and nobody shows up,
Right.
same price.
Now, Wade's financing this by selling his comic collection.
Go to hell, Mark Waid. Go to hell. Go to hell.
You mean his hard copy?
Yes.
His
Go
hard
to hell.
copy comic
Go to
collection,
hell.
yes, he's selling it to, and if it doesn't work, he says, well, screw it, I'm still working at Marvel anyway. So.
Oh, by that comic book man will have stroked out. So.
Yeah, I'm in the process of stroking out right now.
Don't!
And that's it. We're done. We're finished out of here. We got no more indie news, but and that's more than enough indie news. But go to the store's website
One story too many.
and check
One
out.
story too
It's
far.
not a print comic. It's not bothering you at all.
Yeah, I'm also not making anything off it either. But go to the store's website.
You don't have to go to the website.
And check out all of the indie news that this man sends me and that I post up there, Bo.
Yes.
Except for this.
You know the drill.
Sarah, tell them all this stuff.
You'll feel way better about yourself. www.myalternatereality.com.
Oh,
So, stop off store's website. Check out all his news. Till next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo.
Saying, just bury me alive and set the pyre on
Oh,
fire.
quit overreacting, for Christ's sake.
you'll be able to see it from space.
You'll be able to see it from space. Bye! Here at Alternate Reality, we have always believed that kids are the future of this industry, and that's why I have the largest kids selection of any other store anywhere. Come on down to Alternate Reality, and you'll find comics and trade paperbacks on Pixar characters like Toy Story and Cars, Muppets, Disney, Simpsons, DC and Marvel characters, of course, like Tiny Titans, Scooby-Doo, Spider-Man, and Marvel superheroes. I also have a large selection of girls' comics and girls-related trade paperbacks, as well as illustrated classics and a whole lot more. Readers are leaders, so come on down to Alternate Reality with your little one and pick up some comics that both of you can enjoy.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.